Chris Seargeant, come the end of a season, it's big decision time. Not only who do you let go, but also who do you keep?
Yeah, it's tough forever. I suppose that's football though. It's especially tough with the young lads you've worked with for a couple of years, bringing them through the scholarship and turning professional. I've mentioned in the past that I think what the club is starting to do a lot better and move forward with is we're not just giving professional contracts out for a year. We're giving the lads time. So the likes of Josh Bailey and Lewis Rees, etc., who've gone on and had their second year pro and become established Welsh Premier League players. It shows that these lads, if they do, just fall a little bit short of us, that we're putting them in a really good place to go and kick on again and develop their careers. And as I say, they're established players in the Welsh Premier League. So hopefully they go on to, first of all, kick on again. But if not, at least they earn a good living at the game, at least.
And there was a healthy number of youngsters who did sign first-year professional contracts. When you sat down with Anthony, with the scholarship staff, again, how difficult was it when it came down to individual people? Where do you draw that line and make the cut?
There's no right or wrong decisions, is there? I just mentioned there that they're giving them, the club's giving them time. So I felt it was a really good time to kind of adapt the model slightly and invest a little bit more in numbers wise and give us a 23 squad, if you like, to work alongside the first team. So it's great that the club have seen that opportunity and invested in that. Like I say, it was the perfect time to do it with the lads winning the Youth Cup. It shows just, there was a little bit of gulf, we feel, in terms of this group of players across the board, with a few other clubs. So, like you say, yeah, it was a perfect time to do it. We've 9 of that starting 11 have signed first year pro. Obviously, Jake already had his. So, you look at Clarkey, Bo, Louis Bradford already, and then bringing Guion in as well. It shows the pathways there. It shows there's opportunities. That's effectively 14 of the first team. That's half the first team, if you like, that have come through our system. So I'm not sure how many clubs across the UK are kind of producing those type of numbers at the moment. So yeah, it's good. It's very positive at the moment.
And we had a very competitive pre-season campaign, and certainly from the perspective of the younger players, it was great to see them involved in what was going on.
Yeah, look, we, it's no secret we didn't bring players in early enough to get involved in this European campaign. We brought Josh and Dan in now. So I think, yeah, they got their opportunities and some of them have grabbed it with both hands. The first 11v11 game, the first in-house game, Guion's great little finish, Lockie scored behind closed doors, came lucky enough to come out to Portugal. A few of them did that. Every kind of little challenge we've given them over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks, they've impressed, and there's a few who are rightly so in and around training now. But it's very early doors, and it's that can happen rather than crest of a wave a little bit in terms of coming in as a professional footballer. So there's a long way to go for them, and you know that. Trust me, they know that.
How key is it in terms of attracting players to the wider academy and scholarship program when you can actually show them that there is most definitely a pathway right the way through to the first team?
It's huge, Rev. It speaks for itself. The club's always produced, like Sir Clarkey, etc., coming through. Scott Quigley moved on to the Football League. I think the club has always produced. I think what's different now is we've attracted players onto the scholarship from your Football League clubs because of that pathway. But I think now, as I say, they're investing time, but also which is standing out to players of Premier League clubs. Just brought a lad in from Man United, Tom Jones, who's just joined us on the scholarship, which is fantastic. That we're starting to attract those type of players from those top clubs. Yeah, it's positive, really positive signs, and it's signs that the club's moving forward in the right direction in terms of, you know, youth development, player development, and as I say again, you know, giving them time to develop.
And with the coaches themselves, if we include yourself, Anthony, Simon Spender, Simon Smith, Connor Roberts also has been involved in the academy stroke scholarship as well. You're all involved in the first team. Again, how important is that in having a fluidity from the academy through to the scholarship and then into the first team squad?
It's so important, Rev, that you know, the messages are the same, and what Simon Spence, Connor, they've done over the last few years is make no secret about how tough it is to not just to become a professional footballer at this club. It's how to, you know, how to remain one, stay in the league, and as I say, look, it's a huge opportunity for everyone to be in the best industry in the world, the best job in the world, and earn good money out of it, be successful for the club. So it's important that the message is the same right the way through, and that helps us all being involved with, as you say, different roles within the club, right down to the academy as well. You know, we're constantly touching base with Kieran, Ash, Hudson, all the other coaches. They do. We punch above our weight. The gaffer said it quite a few times. They do a great job. So yeah, it's really important. It helps that we're all in the same environment, the same location. And yeah, just support each other daily, and the message is the same. It's tough. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
And we've already made reference to the pre-season friendlies. Last week at Park Hall, the rubber hit the competitive road. And as we're talking younger players, it was great to see some of those on the bench for that big game.
Great experience, isn't it? We saw Morgan's another one, Gianni last year, in and around the European campaign when the numbers are tend to be a little bit smaller, but Morgan started the Wayne Glen Tour, and it's huge, it's unbelievable experiences. Whatever happens down the line, it's massive experiences for them, as I say. It'd be great to get some of the minutes in these situations. I know Bo came on a little bit last season, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. As I say, it's great experience for them, and live with them forever, no matter what happens moving forward.
And finally, we are here in Northern Ireland now. It's the second leg of the game against Linfield. And again, younger players have travelled with us. Are we likely to see any of them on the pitch tomorrow evening, or do we have to wait and see on that one?
Yeah, you'll have to wait and see. I think, look, they've all got different qualities. They really have. We're excited about a couple of them. We're excited about a lot of them. But we've got a couple of players in there who do get you off your seat a little bit. So they need time. And they'll get their opportunities. I think that's been proven towards the end of the season with Jake coming in the last few games of the season. Very unlucky to miss out on the starting the cup final, to be honest, but at 18 they've got a bright future ahead of them.